Winter is coming, but did you know you can still have a garden that thrives even when temperatures drop below freezing? Most people pack away their gardening tools as the cold sets in, but I'm here to show you how to keep your garden alive and beautiful all through the winter. Let's dive into 7 hardy container plants that can survive the cold and make your outdoor space stunning, no matter the season. Before we jump into these amazing winter plants, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss out on any helpful gardening tips. We've got a lot to cover today, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. You may think gardening is something you can only do when the weather is warm, but that's not true at all. Winter gardening in containers is the perfect solution for anyone looking to keep their outdoor space alive during the colder months. You might be wondering, how is that even possible? Aren't most plants just going to die off when the temperature drops? Well, not necessarily. There are plenty of hardy plants that thrive in cold weather, and container gardening allows you to easily protect your plants from harsh ground freezes while still giving them a beautiful place to grow. In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 hardy plants that not only survive winter, but actually thrive in cold conditions, all in the comfort of your outdoor containers. Whether you're in the northern states of the USA, the cold zones of Canada, or even parts of the United Kingdom, you'll be able to create a beautiful, thriving garden this winter. Now, you might be asking, why should I bother with containers in the winter? Well, containers give you control over your plants in a way that planting directly in the ground doesn't. In winter, the ground freezes and the plant's roots can suffer. Containers, on the other hand, are portable and can be insulated or moved to more sheltered spots when necessary. Plus, plants in containers are less likely to suffer from frost heaving, which occurs when freezing and thawing cycles push plants out of the ground. The good news? Even in regions with colder climates, like Zone 4 in the U.S., think Minnesota or Montana, or Canada's colder zones like Zone 3, these plants can survive and bloom beautifully throughout the winter months. The secret is choosing the right hardy varieties, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. First hardy plant, Ornamental Kale. This one is perfect for those cold months because it loves the chill. In fact, ornamental kale's colors become more vibrant the colder it gets, making it an ideal addition to your winter container garden. You can plant ornamental kale in Zone 3 to Zone 9, which covers a large portion of the U.S. and parts of Canada and the U.K. You can find it in vibrant shades of purple, pink, and white, so it's a great way to add a pop of color when everything else might seem drab. Care tips. Plant in well-drained soil and make sure to give it plenty of sunlight even in winter. If you're in a really cold climate, make sure to insulate your container to help protect the roots from freezing. If you get snow, ornamental kale looks especially beautiful with a little dusting on top. It almost looks like it's been kissed by winter itself. Next hardy plant, Pansies. These are a winter favorite because they're so tough and resilient. Pansies are hardy to Zone 4, and they can handle temperatures as low as 25 degrees Fahrenheit, -4 degrees Celsius, without dying off. They're one of the few plants that will bloom all through the cold months. Care tips. Like ornamental kale, pansies do best in well-drained soil. However, they can tolerate a little more moisture, so you don't need to worry too much about watering them in winter. For the best bloom, plant them in a sunny spot, even in winter, because they'll get enough light to continue flowering. Bonus tip. Pansies are also really good for winter arrangements, adding a cheerful pop of color to your containers and making your garden look lively during the colder months. Now that we've covered a couple of plants, let's quickly talk about why container gardening is so beneficial in winter. In cold climates, the ground can freeze hard and plant roots have a harder time surviving. But with containers, you have the flexibility to move your plants if a cold snap is coming, add insulation around the container to protect the roots, and keep your garden looking fresh and vibrant all season long. In fact, container gardening allows you to create a microclimate for your plants, especially if you use insulated containers or move them into a sheltered area when the temperatures drop. If you're in a part of the U.S. like New England or even in southern Canada, container gardening gives you that flexibility. Plant 3. Evergreen Shrubs. Now let's talk about something that adds structure and greenery to your winter garden. Evergreen shrubs. These hardy plants are perfect for cold weather and make a great addition to any container garden. Evergreens, such as boxwoods, holly, and juniper, thrive in cold conditions. Their dense foliage stays green even through the harshest winter months. While they might not bloom in winter, their lush, rich green color brings life to your garden when everything else is dormant. Care tips are: plant your evergreen shrubs in well-drained soil and place them in a sunny to partially shaded spot. To protect the roots from freezing, consider using insulated containers or wrapping the pots in burlap. You can even shape your evergreen shrubs into decorative forms, such as topiaries, for a more formal look that's perfect for the winter season. The best part? These shrubs will continue to grow slowly throughout the colder months, providing structure for your garden year-round. Plant 4. Winter Jasmine. Let's move on to a beautiful winter bloomer, Winter Jasmine. If you're looking for a burst of color in your garden during the cold months, Winter Jasmine is the way to go. This plant is well loved for its bright yellow flowers that bloom even when the snow is still on the ground. Winter jasmine is hardy in zones 6 to 9, so it's perfect for areas like California, Virginia, and parts of the UK. It's cold tolerant, but still needs a little protection from the coldest winter winds. Care tips are: plant winter jasmine in full sun and make sure to keep the soil moist but well drained. During cold snaps, you can move the container to a sheltered spot or insulate the pot to protect the roots. This plant not only thrives in containers, but also looks stunning cascading over the edges of your pots. Its cheerful yellow flowers will make your winter garden look like a ray of sunshine, even on the grayest days. Plant 5. Heuchera, or coral bells. This plant has gorgeous foliage that changes color throughout the year, making it an excellent choice for winter gardens. Heuchera is hardy in zones 3 to 9, so it can withstand winter temperatures in many parts of the US, Canada, and the UK. It can tolerate cold, but the plant's stunning leaves are what make it a standout in any container garden. From deep purples to vibrant reds, coral bells add color and texture to your winter garden when most plants are dormant. Care tips: keep your Heuchera in partial to full shade and ensure the soil is well drained. Although it's cold tolerant, mulching the top of the container can help protect the roots during extreme cold. Heuchera's leaves retain their color all year long, so they're not just for winter. They'll give your container garden a beautiful look even when spring arrives. Plant 6. Hellebores. Let's talk about hellebores, also known as the Christmas rose. These winter beauties are renowned for blooming in the dead of winter, offering much-needed color in the colder months. Hellebores are hardy in zones 4 to 9, and they're perfect for cold climates in places like New England and Canada. The flowers bloom in late winter or early spring, so you can enjoy them when other plants are still asleep. Care tips: plant your hellebores in well-draining soil and give them a spot with partial to full shade. While hellebores are pretty tough, they do prefer mild winters. However, with the right container and a bit of protection, they can thrive. Hellebores are deer-resistant, so if you live in an area where animals tend to nibble on your plants, this one is a great option. The benefits of growing plants in containers. By now you may be wondering, Why choose containers for winter gardening in the first place? There are several reasons why container gardening is such a great option for winter months, especially when you live in colder climates. Mobility and protection. With containers, you can move plants out of the wind or give them more sunlight as needed. When a cold snap is expected, you can easily move your containers to a sheltered area like a porch or balcony. Insulation. Containers can be insulated with materials like burlap, styrofoam, or even bubble wrap. This keeps the roots protected from freezing temperatures, something that can't be easily achieved with ground planting. Aesthetic appeal. Containers also offer a chance to create unique, eye-catching displays. You can mix and match different plants and even add seasonal decorations to make your winter garden look even more inviting. If you're planting in a very cold area, consider using double-layered containers for extra insulation. You can also use ceramic or plastic containers, which are better at retaining moisture and protecting your plants from extreme temperatures. Which of these winter-friendly plants are you most excited to try in your garden? Drop a comment below and let me know which one you think would be the perfect fit for your winter garden. Plant 7. Lavender. Now let's talk about one of the most beloved plants that can survive in cold weather while still providing that delicious scent and beautiful color all winter long. Lavender. Why it works in winter. Lavender is hardy to zone 4 and beyond, which means it can easily survive cold climates found in places like Minnesota, Ontario, or parts of the UK. The purple hues and fragrance of lavender make it an excellent choice to add a soothing touch to your winter garden. Not only that, but it's a perennial, so it'll come back year after year. Care tips. Lavender thrives in well-drained, sandy soil, and it prefers full sunlight. During the winter months, move your containers to a sheltered area, such as near a south-facing wall, where it can receive warmth even in the coldest months. Lavender is known for its ability to withstand light snowfalls, making it ideal for regions with snowy winters. The scent is particularly lovely when it gets a bit warmer in the daytime, filling your garden with calming aromas. Now that we've covered the 7 plants that will make your winter garden thrive, let's talk about some winter gardening tips to ensure that all your plants grow strong and healthy even in the cold months. Tip 1. Insulate your containers. One of the key factors in successful winter gardening is protecting the roots of your plants. Roots are especially vulnerable to freezing, and in containers, they can freeze faster than in the ground. To prevent this, make sure to insulate your containers with materials like bubble wrap, burlap, or even foam. Insulating will keep the temperature stable for your plant's roots, protecting them from extreme cold. Tip 2. Keep soil moist but not too wet. During the winter months, plants don't need as much water, but they still need some. Check your containers to ensure the soil is moist but not waterlogged. When the soil is too dry, the plants can suffer, and if it's too wet, the roots can rot. The key is to strike a balance. Water your plants early in the day so any excess moisture has time to evaporate before temperatures drop overnight. Tip 3. Choose the right container size. Larger containers tend to hold up better in winter conditions. They can hold more soil and therefore provide better insulation for the roots. Smaller pots freeze easier, so when choosing containers, go for bigger sizes where possible. This also gives your plants more room to grow and expand. Tip 4. Position your containers wisely. Even during winter, sunlight is key. Place your containers where they can get plenty of sun during the day. A south-facing wall or a spot near your home can provide extra warmth, making a big difference when temperatures drop. Moving containers near a sheltered area can also protect them from strong winter winds, which can dry out your plants and damage them. The importance of patience in winter gardening. Winter gardening can sometimes feel like a waiting game, and that's okay. You won't see the same lush, rapid growth you get in the warmer months, but that's what makes winter gardening so rewarding. By focusing on hardy plants, you're learning to be patient with nature and appreciate the quiet beauty that comes with the colder months. It's important to remember that winter growth happens at a slower pace. Some of your plants may look dormant at first, but with the right care, they'll wake up come spring with vibrant blooms or lush green foliage. The beauty of a winter garden is not just in the flowers or leaves, it's in how the plants adapt, survive, and even flourish in a cold, challenging season. So, while it may feel like you're not doing much in the garden during the winter, know that these hardy plants are hard at work, surviving, and come spring, they'll reward you with even greater growth. Do you already have a winter garden, or are you thinking about starting one this year? What's your favorite cold, hardy plant? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences or any tips you might have for gardening in the winter. All right, let's quickly recap the 7 hardy container plants that can survive and thrive in the cold weather. Ornamental kale adds color and vibrancy even in freezing temperatures. Pansies, cold tolerant and cheerful, they'll bloom through the winter. Evergreen shrubs bring structure and year-round greenery to your containers. Winter jasmine, a beautiful bloomer in the dead of winter. Heuchera, or coral bells, gorgeous foliage that brings color to your garden all winter long. Hellebores, or Christmas rose, late winter bloomers that brighten the coldest days. And lavender, hardy, fragrant, and ideal for snowy winters. Remember, with the right care, insulation, sunlight, and proper watering, you can keep your container garden alive and beautiful even in the coldest weather. Winter gardening isn't just possible, it can be rewarding, beautiful, and fun. So, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments which of these plants you're excited to try this winter. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening! If you enjoyed today's video and want more gardening tips and ideas, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you'll be notified of all the upcoming videos. I have so many more seasonal gardening tips that will help you have the best garden ever. Until next time, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.